A very good morning to you and welcome back to K24 this morning. This being a Thursday, we are talking about you and your lover, you and your husband, you and your partner, you and that person you've been lying about or you've been lying to. And basically, we just want to see how you guys are gelling as far as roles in a relationship are concerned. And guess what, guys? I have brought our favorite couple back on air to talk about this particular very important conversation. And I'm talking about none other than Dr. Julius and of course the wife, Dr. Jane. Karibuni tena sana.
Thank you.
Before tumeanza umesema tumevaa kama mtu wa kanjo. Hivi ndivyo kanjo anavaa? Wale kanjo madilingi nao. So if you're one of the kanjo guys, so he's like what, the governor?
The governor.
Ama he's general body.
Yes. Yes, I mean the kanjo. See, yellow and green. Just noticed when I sat near you.
Yes.
You know when you sit near Kamba,
right,
colors are bolder.
And, yeah, do you know we have the same shade of green? It's the same.
This is green.
Yeah, it's green.
No, movie.
Is it green?
Movie.
Watch out to analyze these colors by day.
All right, all right.
Movie that is not green.
It is green.
It is.
It is green.
No, it is green to him, but you know there is
But
another
it is
color
a kind of
that
a
they
green.
usually say green.
Green. Yeah, we say
yeah,
green.
it's a shade of green.
Yeah, but welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you so
much.
You've become younger. The last time I checked, hizi zilikuanga whitish kiasi. Sasa zimekuwa black.
Unajua
sijui ni umeanza kukula ndoma sana.
You know, inasemaga ana renew. God renews our youth every time.
Okay.
Maneno kama hiyo.
I like that. I like that. I think I need to talk to this God again to renew my youth. To take me back when I had a six-pack, you know. Well, it wasn't really a perfect six-pack, but it was at least a six-pack of sorts. I'll talk to that God.
Kombali.
Yeah, renew. But welcome to the show, guys. And the conversation I want us to have today is about roles of the individuals in a marriage. So there is the usual conversation of roles are, for example, the wife, kazi yake ni kupika, na kuosha nguo, kuzaa watoto, being the, what is it called, the anchor to the husband, kuficha aibu ya bwana and all that, and then ya bwana inakuanga kuprovide, kuzalisha watoto na kukuwa na mabibi wengi. So we'll be talking about that in a short while, but let's take a look at our question of the day so we can have you conversating with us bright and early. What are the roles of each individual in a relationship? What are the roles of each individual in a relationship? K24 TV right there on your screen, and our WhatsApp number as well. We are waiting for you to tell us. And of course, you can call us with the numbers on your screen and let us know your thoughts. But let me start with you, Dr. Jane. Essentially, because I think hapa ndio kuna shida sana. Kazi ya mwanamke ni nini?
Now, if we talk about essentially, we've got also to understand that we've got a generation that has evolved, seriously evolved from the traditional, because we have equal opportunity. And with equal opportunity, it means there are women who have gone to school, the same with their husbands went to school, and they've gotten jobs, either the same or better, or lower. So all of them go to work and come home tired. And that's why we've got a lot of conflict. Because traditionally, the woman was supposed to sit home and the husband takes care of the bills. Every bill was to the man. But today, the man expects we share the bills. So as we are sharing the bills, most women expect we share the responsibility and the workload, because I also took time to go and look for what it takes to cover the bills. Yeah, so when we talk about the responsibility of women, now this is different per couples.
All right.
And it is different per the seasons of their lives that they're passing through.
Quite interesting. I hadn't looked at it that way.
Yes. Because there are times when I remember, if I could use our example, when we really didn't have any income or anything happening. But when I would get small doors to go here and there and to do one or two things, we had a baby. I would find the house, at least the vyombos are clean, and the baby is clean. Yes, you do that. And he makes very good chapatis.
Okay.
I would even find chapatis when there is money for chapati.
Okay.
So, but with time, things evolve because situations change.
True.
The challenge is a relationship where things are chiseled on a stone.
Okay.
The woman will go to work, come home to clear the table that the husband has used with their family members and their relatives, and everything is everywhere, and wash their clothes and do ABCD A to Z. I think now that's where we need now to step in.
Dr. If you look at how things are done, even when you go for weddings and rashios and like in Kambangasi and all that, women, when they're being gifted, they're gifted a kiondo, sufuria, mwiko, atio shika hii kiondo, ukienda dukani kwa soko kununua mboga, beba hii. Shika hii sufuria, make sure mzee akikuja nyumbani anapata chakula moto. Mwiko ndio hii, jifunze kupika ugali. You know, such things. And we are told from that very word. And the people who actually do this are our aunties and our mothers. And for the man in some cases unaona anapatiwa mkwaju ile fimbo ya kutembea. Anaambiwa hii sasa wewe linda familia yako. So you see, it's like we are told from that very word go at the foundation of that marriage that wewe sasa wewe jua kazi yako ni jikoni, wewe kazi yako ni uko nje. Is that how it should be?
No, I think we need also to look at it from the perspective of our biological setup. There are things that automatically biology has dictated that should be done by men and others to be done by women. Of course, by the fact that a woman bears a child, the taking care of that child most likely will be towards the woman.
Yes.
If you look at the way a man is created, muscular.
Yes.
That means there are some chores that he'll definitely do.
The hard work.
The hard work. Like yesterday, I remember we had to move something in the house. And she sat all the way and we were lifting with my son. And we were feeling nice. Why? Because we are strong. Now, sometimes I feel sad when I see a woman lifting heavy things.
Right.
And the husband is watching. Because naturally there is a way God has created a man to be. But it is not something that we should now be, as she said, it is not chiseled on a stone. That if a woman lifts something, now people begin to criticize the man, atuwe wanaume usaidii mke wako. Because there are some women who love to lift stuff.
Yeah.
Hata tuliona pengine unapata
she's a bodybuilder.
She's a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So I think what happens, there are those biological setups that will tell you a man is supposed to do some of the things.
Okay.
But when it comes to the roles within the house, it is upon agreement.
Okay.
Of course, there are men who are so traditional, there are women who are so traditional that they will not move from one thing. He will stay, he never goes to the kitchen and he'll never go to the kitchen. Now, if you go there and we start telling the man, cook, you'll bring an instability and an argument in that marriage. So I think we need to look at every marriage as a unique marriage. I have no problem cooking.
Yes.
I can cook for the entire family.
Right.
I can even clean the house if I feel like doing it.
Right.
That does not make me less of a man. There are times she has provided for the family when I didn't have a job. That would have been called to be my role. But what does the word of God say? A helper. A helper means you step in when that man is not able to do some things. So what I am simply saying is that roles can be defined by our biological makeup, but at the same time, when it comes to role, I think every family will have to decide the best way forward.
Dr. Jane, what do you think? What do you think right now? Because back in the day, and when I say back in the day, of course I am talking about my parents, I used to see my mom coming from work. She will get to work. She used to leave work at 5. Should get home by 6, 7. Make sure she makes supper. She makes sure that she has checked our homework, mine and my brothers. And when my dad comes from work, she would serve him and all that. And that is how I have grown, me knowing that hata sahi nikipata bibi, ninataka nikuje nipate venye nilikuwa mama yangu anapikia baba yangu hata mimi ninapikiwa.
Right.
So is it wrong as a man to have certain expectations of the woman that you want to marry or you will marry or dating, such that what you saw being done, and a lot of even traditional homes today, ukienda Ukambani, uko Kadhonzweni, wote Kitui, Chalabo, utapata watu wanafanya certain things. Is it wrong to have that expectation? Because that's what the people see.
Good. You know, every relationship is based on expectation. And it's important that people discuss their expectations before they say I do. Because if you do not discuss them, you may marry a lady who never saw that. or perhaps who came from a single family or a broken relationship, so she never quite understands what's the role of a man, because the mom was doing everything. Or what's the role of a
wife.
woman, because, yeah, vice versa, the dad was doing everything. Now, I want to say something. There are basic expectations that are wired in a man that, take it or leave it, women will have to meet to become the wife.
Okay.
Because you have to move from the status of feeling like I'm a woman to the status of becoming a wife to that man. Number one, every man loves service. Every man loves service.
That is a universal language for all men.
All of you. And that's why there's a lot of bonding when a man is served. And that brings the reason why you'll find many ladies or many men will move towards, let's say, house managers, and they feel attracted because they are served. So what am I saying? Every woman needs to understand something. Number one, my husband needs to be served. You may not be able to cook, perhaps because you're both equally late, but do something about the food if he loves your cooking. It may be that you'll put together the salad, you'll put together this or the other, and that's once in a while, but serve him.
Okay.
Another thing that men expect is that women are housekeepers, because that's a role that I can almost call God-given.
Okay.
Take it or leave it. Every woman is a
wired.
housekeeper. We are just wired. And as much as, yes, we may have a bit of money for some women to get a lot of help and, you know, house help to do this and somebody to do the other, a man feels like you're being a wife when you're in charge of the cleanliness of that home. Underline the word in charge.
In charge.
It may not be you always washing, but you are in charge. You ensure that his laundry is in place. You ensure that things are in place. That is something that is wired in a woman, and that's it's like an inborn expectation of every man.
Okay.
That, you know what, I've married this lady, and that I've married her, my house will have more order. Because, you know, some of you have got order by marriage. By marriage, yeah. So, well, and so there are some things that are expected of a woman.
Yes.
A woman is expected to be the climate controller.
Climate controller. Explain that one.
Do you know what? Women determine whether people walk into that house and smile or they walk into that house and walk out. And whether the husband feels at home and the children feel at home because of the environment that she creates. Women create the environment.
So she will determine whether our house will always be happy with guests.
Yes.
Happy even with ourselves.
Yes.
Or happy without.
Yes, the woman is the sole climate controller of a home.
Well, I feel like that should have been our question of the day. Are you the climate controller of your home? But anyway, let's check first of all what's up as we continue. Director, tuko na mtu ametuambia chochote? All right, there we go. Hi, women in this era cannot help in terms of even finances. Once a man loses a job, you are declared single again.
No.
You know what? Okay, we have another one. Each one's role is to play their role in the relationship, such that each executes what you call for in the relationship. The woman is a helper, and so she came to help. What man was made to do, meaning a man is made to do everything in the world, and wife helps in.
True.
All right. Movie role in a relationship is on how an individual person in a relationship performs his or her role, regardless what is it, hata kama ni washing vyombo. Okay, I agree. Brian Bless from Nairobi anasema, hey Movie, I love the discussion on relationship you are having today. Personally, I believe with the right kind of talks and agreements between couples, the 21st century relationships will be easier than people tend to paint it. Assumptions that such and such role is specifically for such and such person in the relationship is a wrong foot to start on. Let couples talk in these little but trivial issues. Okay, thank you very much. Daktari,
Yes.
before we continue the climate change, There's a gentleman there who has said the same thing you said.
Yes.
Conversations. I like what you said, that you una shida kuosha nyumba, una shida kuosha vyombo, una shida kupika chakula, because it's within your scope of understanding and expertise maybe. Personally, I am an amazing cook, I'd like to believe. And I do not mind every Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do barbecues in my house. But there's sometimes you feel like you might be taken advantage of, that cause unapikanga chakula poa. Wife anaanza kutake advantage. Monday anakwambia, babe, nimechoka, si tupike ugali kama ile ulipika Friday. Tuesday inafika, ai babe, aki wiki imekuwa noma, si tupike mchele. Babe, mimi nimechoka, si upige simu dial delivery. The next day, by the time you realize, it's like this woman has absconded her duties. Or what we tend to believe are her duties in the kitchen. Inafika mali, because now you have a house help. This house help will cook. This house help will clean the house, do the laundry, take care of the baby. So unapata wife may take advantage, because I mean we can afford it. Why not? Does that mean that now this so-called 21st century woman is losing her place as a wife?
Let me say this. There are quite a number who have lost their places simply because they have assumed, number one, that even a man can cook. And you find even some women now, some ladies will call the husband. Well, they are still in the office with their buddies. Unasikia, hey, hazi leo si upike ugali. And you know the guy can hear the ladies laughing there. And you see, there is a protection that you're supposed to give to your husband, even if he has agreed to cook. Now, you don't start commanding him when you're in a salon. Yeah. You don't start telling him when
with
you're
your battalion of women
in a mat. Because there are things that are not naturally, even traditionally, a man will not do when he hears that you are calling and you are demanding her. It's just like the way if you're a man and you start calling your wife, Suli parent. You know, if you're calling her in front of her friends, people will wonder a few things.
Yeah.
You're commanding her to do some stuff. So I'll say this. There are roles that are chiseled out, even the way we are wired. When you talk about a woman cooking, there is something that bubbles in a man when you see your wife cooking. You see, you're able to sense some love that is coming from there. So a woman who keeps on pushing the cooking idea to the husband, you're losing something in that house. It's just like a man now who every time tells the wife, akisikia knock kwa mlango, fungua. You know, a man is the one who's supposed to check out. Ndio yeah. Kama kuna mwizi anaweza ingia. Lakini sasa kila wakati mlango ikigongwa, mwanaume anaenda bedroom huko anasema hebu fungua uone ni nani.
Maybe akona madeni.
Akona madeni. Now, the wife has become the protector.
Yeah.
You see, a wife will reach a place where she gets tired. So let us, even as when you talk about a woman realize, we're not saying the place is a kitchen.
Yes.
But realize that food plays a major role on why a husband comes home and why children will come back to those good memories that you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know there are times that she will wake up and say, today I'm just making a special meal. And I can see the excitement in the eyes of the children. Yeah. We also get excited because you know something new is coming. But the thing is, it is a surprise.
Yes.
So I think every woman, wherever you are seated, even if you are how educated, no matter what kind of money you're earning, remember there is something that changes in the house when you go to that kitchen and cook.
Yeah.
It is just like a man. When you are now allowing your wife to repair everything, stima ikichomeka kwa nyumba, your wife anachukua sijui mastool ndio anapanda huko juu, you are losing some.
Lakini sasa kama ndio engineer.
You're losing something. Hata kama ni engineer, let me tell you as a man, you are losing a ground in that place.
Right.
Unasikia sijui maji, sijui pipe ya imetoboka, you are telling her wewe funga hapo na whatever. As a man, there are some things that you must step out and do. Now you're sending your wife to wash your car. I mean, you'd rather take the car to the car wash. Lakini imagine bibi yako uko na mastool.
Maybe she was a car wash attendant before I married her.
Hata kama alikuwa kwa mjengo. When she comes home, there are things you don't send your wife to do. Yes. She has never, ever, from the time I got married to her, cleaned the car.
Yes.
Never.
Okay.
Probably when I'm not there, maybe anachukua opportunity ya kupanguza, lakini hajawahi.
Hiyo ni kazi yako.
Because kuna place as a man, you have to establish this is my zone.
Yes. Lakini Daktari, let me ask you, Dr. Jane, because I mean he has some valid points for sure. But what if I actually married an engineer? You know, she has done civil engineering or electrical engineering or whatever those things are. Na TV imeungua. Sasa niende ningangana huko na ma screwdriver and she's the engineer. Surely.
Yeah, that's why we said marriages have varied. He's talking about the basic expectation. But there are some specific cases where we can say they're exceptional cases. And our 21st marriage started by saying people have got equal opportunities. Possibly, you're a chef.
Yeah.
And because you're a chef, you don't want the mashakura, you want to do specific, and the visitors are coming.
I want to make Jean 37 du Dibon. Yeah. Hiyo ni mayai tunamkate, but yes.
Oh, you have created the name. All right. So, yes, perhaps you want to do whatever name he has created, and you feel, and the wife perhaps feels, I'm better off cleaning the car. There are women I see who will wake up with a bucket to wash cars. That's why he's talking about specific roles, the two of us.
Okay.
But when it comes to marriage, yes, there are times like, for example, a man will say, you're better at repairs. I know of specific example.
Yeah.
You're better at repairs. But the man wants to tell the fundi, this is what should be done.
Yeah.
So I feel as a woman, when fundis or rather people get into your house, into your lives because of a certain situation, allow the man to be the man.
Okay.
It is like, for example, somebody coming to your house and you love draperies and you're the one talking about curtains to this lady.
Yeah, I'm an interior designer.
Even if you are, just keep it to yourself for that moment.
Ninyamaze tu.
Keep it for yourself. You teach me, then keep quiet. A woman wants to feel this is my territory. As a man wants to feel this car is my territory. Now imagine if the car has a small dent.
Yes.
And you, of course, you don't want that. And it needs to be repaired. And you're the one who is showing the mechanic. Ni hapa konga hivi, wacha kufinya sana. And the husband is standing behind you. You know, the mechanic will find him very strange.
Yeah.
So that's why we are saying a man requires, demands, and eats and feeds on respect. For a man, respect and image is everything.
Wow.
How you portray him outside there, however different your roles may be, do not expose him outside there.
Okay.
Cover him up. You may be doing the TV and everything, but if you call the electrician
Yes.
or the technician to come and do the TV, allow your husband to say something. And allow him to take lead. Because otherwise you'll have a very grumpy man.
Yeah.
Because a technician and you having a conversation on these things, and he's sitting there thinking whether ugali meungua. You get what I'm saying? There is a cover that needs to be done.
Yes.
However different your homes are interiorly, when it comes to the external image,
Yes.
there is a cover that needs to be done.
Let's take a short break as people marinate on that one. Are you taking up your role in your home as the man? Ama umeachia mama kila kitu. Also, are you taking your role in the house as a woman? Ama umeacha mzee? Because chances are, if you're doing that, he has someone else taking care of those things outside there. Let's talk about it when we come back. Of course, you can let us know your thoughts on our social media handles and of course WhatsApp as well. Tunangoja hiyo simu yako tupigie simu. Usiende mbali sana. Tuaja sasa hivi.